Did you know that the consistent presentation of a brand has been seen to increase revenue by up to 33%? That's the power of a strong brand identity. Brand guidelines are essentially your brand's rulebook, ensuring every interaction, from your logo to your customer service, reflects a unified and memorable image. By establishing clear guidelines, you build brand recognition, foster customer trust, and ensure consistent messaging across all platforms. Understanding your brand. Before diving into the specifics of your brand guidelines, you need to have a deep understanding of your brand itself. This involves defining your core values, identifying your target audience, and crafting a unique selling proposition, USP. Define your brand's core values. Your brand's core values are the guiding principles that shape every aspect of your business. They represent what your brand stands for and what you believe in. These values should be reflected in your brand guidelines to ensure that all communications and experiences are aligned with your brand's essence. For example, Patagonia, the outdoor clothing company, has built its brand around a deep commitment to environmentalism. This core value is evident in its product design, marketing campaigns, and even its company policies. Patagonia's brand guidelines likely emphasize sustainability, ethical sourcing, and environmental activism, ensuring that all brand expressions reinforce this core value. Other examples of core values include innovation. Companies like Tesla and Apple prioritize pushing the boundaries of technology and design. Customer centricity. Amazon is renowned for its obsessive focus on the customer experience. Integrity. Companies like Johnson & Johnson prioritize ethical behavior and transparency. Identify your target audience. Understanding your target audience is crucial for creating effective brand guidelines. By knowing who you're trying to reach, you can tailor your brand messaging, visual identity, and overall brand experience to resonate with their needs and preferences. To define your target audience, consider factors such as demographics, age, gender, location, income level, education level. Psychographics, lifestyle interests, values, attitudes, personality traits, buying behavior, purchase habits, brand loyalty, product preferences. Nike, for instance, effectively targets athletes and sports enthusiasts through its branding. Its marketing campaigns often feature prominent athletes, its products are designed for peak performance, and its brand messaging emphasizes motivation and achievement. Craft your brand's unique selling proposition, USP. Your USP is what sets your brand apart from the competition. It's the unique benefit that you offer to your customers. A clear USP should be central to your brand guidelines, ensuring that all brand expressions communicate your distinct value proposition. Domino's Pizza, for example, built its brand around the USP of fast delivery. This promise is reflected in its marketing slogans, store design, and even its online ordering system. Other examples of strong USPs include highest quality. A luxury brand might emphasize the superior quality of its materials and craftsmanship. Lowest price. A discount retailer might focus on offering the most competitive prices. Best customer service. A company might differentiate itself by providing exceptional customer support. By clearly defining your core values, identifying your target audience, and crafting a strong USP, you'll lay a solid foundation for creating branding guidelines that truly represent your brand's identity and resonate with your customers. Key elements of brand guidelines. 1. Visual identity. Your brand's visual identity is the face of your company. It's the first thing people notice and often what they remember most. Consistency in visual elements across all platforms is key to building brand recognition and ensuring a cohesive brand experience. Logo usage. Your logo is the cornerstone of your visual identity. Brand guidelines should clearly define how the logo should be used across various applications. This includes specifications for size and placement, minimum size requirements, spacing around the logo, and preferred placement on different materials, e.g., top left corner of a website centered on a business card. Color variations, guidelines for using the logo in full color, black and white, or on different background colors. Logo variations, defining different versions of the logo for different purposes, such as primary logo, the main logo used in most instances. Secondary logo, a simplified version of the logo, perhaps just an icon or word mark used when space is limited. Submark, an even more condensed version, often used as a favicon or social media profile picture. Color palette colors evoke emotions and associations, making your color palette a powerful tool in brand communication. Your brand guidelines should specify primary colors, the main colors used for your logo, website, and marketing materials. Secondary colors, complementary colors are used to create visual interest and highlight specific elements. Color psychology, consider the feelings and impressions different colors create. For example, blue often conveys trust and stability, while red can represent energy and excitement. Typography, fonts play a significant role in conveying your brand's personality. Your guidelines should outline primary fonts, the main fonts used for headlines, body text, and other content. Secondary fonts, fonts used for specific purposes, such as captions or call to action buttons. Font pairings, how different fonts can be combined effectively to create visual hierarchy and interest. Font usage, specifics on font size, weight, and style for different applications. Imagery style. Consistent imagery helps create a cohesive brand identity and visual experience for your audience. Your guidelines should provide direction on image selection, choosing images that align with your brand's values, aesthetic, and target audience. Image style, defining a consistent style for all images, whether it's photography, illustration, or graphic design. Image usage, guidelines for using images across different platforms, including websites, social media, and marketing materials. Examples include examples of different image styles that are appropriate for your brand, such as lifestyle photography, product photography, or abstract illustrations. By providing clear guidelines for each of these visual elements, you ensure a consistent and impactful brand presence across all touchpoints. 2. Brand voice and messaging. While visuals make a strong first impression, your brand voice is what truly brings your brand personality to life. It's how you communicate with your audience and build relationships. Tone of voice. Think of this as your brand's personality expressed through words. Are you friendly and approachable? Formal and professional? Playful and humorous? Your brand guidelines should define your tone of voice and provide examples of how it's used in different contexts. For example, formal, used by brands like banks or law firms to convey authority and trustworthiness. Informal, common for brands targeting younger audiences or in casual industries. Playful, often used by brands that want to be seen as fun and engaging. Authoritative, employed by brands that are experts in their field, like technology companies or healthcare providers. Language and writing style. Consistency in language and writing style ensures clarity and reinforces your brand identity. Guidelines should address grammar and punctuation, adherence to standard grammar rules and preferred punctuation styles. Word choice, using language that aligns with your brand's tone of voice and target audience. Sentence structure, guidelines on sentence length and complexity to ensure readability. Jargon and acronyms, whether to use industry-specific terms or keep language simple and accessible. Messaging framework. This provides a structure for communicating your brand's value proposition consistently. Consider these frameworks. Problem solution benefit. Identify a customer pain point, present your product service as the solution, and highlight the resulting benefits. Feature advantage benefit. Describe a product feature, explain its advantage, and connect it to a customer benefit. Emotional connection. Appeal to customers' emotions and values to create a deeper connection with your brand. 3. Brand experience. Brand experience encompasses all interactions a customer has with your brand. Every touchpoint should reinforce your brand identity and values. Customer service. Customer service interactions are crucial for building relationships and loyalty. Guidelines should ensure that customer service representatives use the appropriate tone of voice, reflect brand values in their communication, resolve issues efficiently and effectively, go above and beyond to meet customer needs. Social media presence. Social media is a powerful tool for connecting with your audience. Guidelines should cover content creation, creating content that aligns with your brand's tone of voice, visual identity, and messaging framework. Engagement. Interacting with followers, responding to comments and messages promptly, and fostering a sense of community. Community management. Setting guidelines for appropriate behavior on your social media channels and addressing negative comments or feedback constructively. Website design. Your website is often the first point of contact for potential customers. It should be designed to reflect your brand guidelines in terms of Visual design, using your brand's color palette, typography, and imagery style. User experience, ensuring easy navigation, clear calls to action, and mobile responsiveness. Content, providing valuable and engaging content that aligns with your brand's messaging framework. How to implement and maintain brand guidelines. Creating comprehensive brand guidelines is a significant step, but it's equally important to implement and maintain them effectively to ensure consistency across your organization. Create a branding guidelines document. A brand guidelines document serves as the single source of truth for how your brand should be represented. This document should be easily accessible to everyone in your organization and should be clear, concise, and user-friendly. Here are some tips for creating an effective brand guidelines document. Use visuals. Incorporate plenty of visuals, such as logo examples, color palettes, and font samples, to make the document engaging and easy to understand. Organize it logically. Use a clear structure with headings and subheadings to make it easy to navigate. Keep it concise. Avoid unnecessary jargon or overly technical language. Make it accessible. Provide the document in various formats, e.g. PDF online, to ensure everyone can access it. Tools and resources for creating brand guidelines documents. Canva, a user-friendly graphic design tool with templates for creating visually appealing brand guidelines. Adobe InDesign, a professional design software for creating more complex and customized brand guidelines documents. Online templates. Numerous websites offer free and paid brand guidelines templates. Educate and train your team. Once you have your brand guidelines document, it's crucial to educate and train your team on how to use it. Everyone in your organization should understand the importance of brand consistency and how to apply the guidelines in their work. Tips for training employees on brand guidelines. Provide comprehensive training. Conduct workshops or online training sessions to cover all aspects of the brand guidelines. Create quick reference guides. Develop cheat sheets or summaries of key guidelines for easy access. Use real-world examples. Show examples of how the guidelines are applied in different scenarios. Make it interactive. Use quizzes or interactive exercises to reinforce learning. Examples of training materials and resources. Online courses. Platforms like HubSpot Academy, Skillshare, or Coursera offer courses on branding and brand guidelines. Internal wikis or knowledge bases. Create a dedicated space for brand guidelines, information, and resources in a company knowledge base. Brand ambassadors. Identify employees who are passionate about the brand and can serve as champions for brand consistency. Regularly review and update your guidelines. Brands evolve over time, so it's essential to review and update your brand guidelines periodically to ensure they remain relevant and effective. Tips for keeping brand guidelines up to date. Schedule regular reviews. Set a schedule for reviewing the guidelines, such as annually or biannually. Gather feedback. Solicit feedback from team members and customers on the effectiveness of the guidelines. Monitor brand performance. Track key metrics, such as brand awareness and customer satisfaction, to identify areas for improvement. Stay informed about industry trends. Keep abreast of the latest trends in branding and design to ensure your guidelines are current. By implementing these strategies, you can ensure that your brand guidelines are not just a document, but a living, breathing part of your organization's culture. Build an unforgettable brand with brand guidelines. Creating brand guidelines that ensure consistency is a vital investment for any business. By defining your brand's core values, visual identity, and voice, you create a strong foundation for all your marketing efforts. Remember, consistent branding leads to increased revenue, builds trust with your audience, and fosters brand loyalty. If you're ready to elevate your brand and create a cohesive brand experience, Aspiration Marketing can help. Our team of experts can guide you through the process of developing comprehensive brand guidelines tailored to your business needs. Contact us today for a free consultation and let us help you unlock your brand's full potential.